Wow, Shalom is the song that has probably gone through the most evolution as we have written it. I've been listening to a lot of sad girl music, so your Billie Eilish and Phoebe Bridgers, folks who just are super, super talented songwriters, but I felt as I was listening to their stuff that I was like, man, it feels like a lot of the answer that they sometimes put forward in their song is things are not all right, but that's just kind of where we're going to stay. As if like the destination for a well-defined life is I recognize that there is brokenness in my life, and by recognizing it, I come to peace, and that's where I am going to reside. And as a follower of Jesus, that just did not sit with me as far as what I would want my son to hear, or what I would want to sit in my heart, or what I would want to sit in the hearts of my friends. I love that we're in this cultural moment right now where we do have, I think, an ability to recognize brokenness in a way that maybe past generations had a harder time with, where instead of covering up pain, in some ways you look at people's Instagram feeds or Facebook feeds, and I think there's this motion away from everything being glossy and this kind of trend towards things being real and raw and like, wow, awesome. What a great step towards being able to find healing. But I think that instead of folks looking to be found and brought out of pain or brokenness, the cultural answer that we're giving ourselves is, man, here's who I am. This is just the way things are supposed to be, as if brokenness was actually not brokenness. And so we enter this weird relativism. And so I wanted to write a song that was kind of entering into that and responding to that. Because, man, like, I feel that. I look at, who I am or where I am, and there are lots of places in life that I'm like, man, I'm not the person that I wish I was, and I would love things to be different or better. So I wanted the song in some ways to reflect my insecurities as a man, as a husband, as a dad, as a musician, but also to let those insecurities be cradled by the greater hope and promise of God's shalom. So shalom being the reality that God constructed in the Garden of Eden, where we were in perfect relationship with Him and perfect relationship with each other. I had come across a quote that defined shalom as nothing being missing and nothing being broken. So that's where the chorus comes from. And I really wanted to have the verse be this autobiographical sense of, sometimes I search my name on the internet, terrified of what I will or won't find. I have this picture of, wow, that's a raw, insecure lyric, but not staying there. This picture of, yes, but I am found by a hope where truly nothing is missing and nothing is broken. Not in the sense that I'm ignoring things in my life, but rather that Jesus is so good that His reality over-contextualizes my reality, that my small story is found in His larger narrative of redemption. Because of that, I had originally clothed the song in kind of moody, dour, instrumental clothing. And I had kind of this sketched out guitar pad that was really kind of pulsing and yeah, it was kind of dark. But then when we went down and started working with Jeremy, Abby and Jeremy just kind of went on a tear, and they started getting these bright sounds and these really kind of shiny piano and this stomp and clap, and the guitar that I had recorded in that I thought was going to be the sub-layer for this kind of like downbeat song ended up becoming this party. And it took me about 2 days to get over this. We were recording, and I just kept on saying, man, is this being true to the song? And thankfully, this is where you work with other people and you entrust things that matter to you to other people, because the song, I think, actually ends up saying musically what I had hoped it would say. I think I was tempted for the song musically to stay in this kind of dark spot where the message that I wanted to have was a message of hope. And so now the lyrics of the verse, which are pretty introspective and voice some insecurities, they're now seated in this kind of very hopeful landscape, which is really what we want the song to say, that our insecurities in life are seated in this hopeful landscape of, if you're in a relationship with Jesus, you can bring who you are to him, and that can be redeemed, it can be comforted. So that really ended up, now I love this song. The choral part at the end is just Jeremy, Abby, and me singing the same part over and over. And what we ended up doing was we sang it normally a couple of times, kind of stacked those together, and then we started singing it weirdly, like kind of holding our nose and nothing missing, no, nothing, just like doing all these weird voices. And what that ended up doing is when you stack that together, it makes it sound like we're a choir of people. So that was a really kind of fun bit. Also, the little vocal sample, that is not either of our voices. That was a fun plugin that Jeremy found and kind of patched together, that we really wanted to have almost this like world feel to the beginning of the song that actually now is this really kind of cool sample that we're really excited to use in concerts and stuff. So that is the song story for Shalom.